Not Nice. Not Nice. Not Nice. Not nice. Whatever way in English, French, not nice. Not Nice. Oh my gosh, man. Man, this thing, it hurts, man. Fudge. It's, in fairness, like, we didn't play great, but I thought we played fine. It's just, in fairness, given it's the run of games, honestly. Like, the way we played against Nantes, the way you played against Le Havre, honestly, realistically, and even like, if you want to go into that Villa game, a result like this it was bound to happen. It's just annoying that, again, Nice, they beat us last year at home as well. They're the only two teams we've lost to away at home. Them and Toulouse. So Nice is the only French team this season to have beaten, or in the last 2 years, have beaten PSG. And it's twice at home. Twice at home. Man, it's the oh my goodness, that's the thing. Honestly, if we drew this game, I probably still wouldn't have been happy and whatnot, but I would have said, listen, whatever, invincibility, that's what we go on to. But now that's broken. So at least the previous game, the not game, you go and you say it's a Tuesday game, not really much in it. You get the draw, you get the record for the most away unbeaten streak, and you move on. And then you drop a performance like this. Lose 3-1 away to Nice. And the thing is, it's just some disgusting football, man. Disgusting football. Again, you go again. I mean, it's been happening. Maybe it's just me from the PSG perspective. But again, they score first. A 34th minute goal where our defense just split like the Red Sea. I don't know I haven't honestly gone back and watched the goals. They open in fairness, it's a good pass. It's a bad goal to concede, yes. But whatever, you move on. You equalize, a couple minutes later with Fabian Ruiz. 7 minutes later, I'm like, okay, we're back in the game, fine. Then, like 25 seconds into kickoff from the second half, you concede again. Like, it's always crosses. Okay, the first goal wasn't a cross, it was a through ball, fine. The second goal, the cross, another cross. 25 seconds in, falling asleep. I think Hakimi's there not mocking his guy. It's Sanson again. Goes free at not even that back post or anything, just literally in the middle of the goal. Good scissoring kick, bang. Just like that, 2-0, scores 2. At that moment, I'm not going to lie, I'm pissed, but I'm like, okay, listen, they scored early. We can equalize for PSG. We're going to score goals. We're going to continue on. And then it drags on. And it drags on. And on. And on. And on. And on. And on. And then in the 70th minute here, you've got Mr. Wi-Fi password of a name, which in fairness I can't really mock because I've got a pretty long last name as well. I guess let me try and say Nyadishim. This guy scores in the 7th minute again from it wasn't a free kick. It was a free kick. It was a free kick. Free header. No one's marking him. It's been a problem with PSG. I've said it. It's been a problem, and it's not just like, it's a recent phenomenon or anything. No, it's been happening for the last like 3-4 years, realistically. Basically, ever since Donnarumma's been there, and this is why I've said, as good as Donnarumma has been, in the last couple of games, especially in the Champions League and helping us to bail us out. This is why I just can't. I don't know. I just can't go into a game fully trusting. I thought, okay, maybe with these couple of games, he's gotten his contract back, and now it's performances like this where I'm like, maybe not. Maybe go and get a 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝑗, maybe go and get even an Alisson, get somebody else. Because, okay, in fairness, I will give it to him. He's progressed with the ball at his feet. But then it's just coming out for corners. This guy's like, what, 6'7", something like that, towering over, but never comes out. I thought he progressed recently, but then again, 2 goals from corners. I'm not sure whose fault it is. The people asked this to 𝐍𝐈𝐂𝐄𝐿 last year, and he said that he doesn't really practice corners and whatnot or crosses, and it's just like, especially you go into that game against Arsenal, it's like they're known for set pieces, so you guys are really gonna have to be on it. I said it in the previous leg back in October, if we conceded an offside goal, I lost my mind. Saka's goal, second goal, bang. I'm saying it again. If we concede a goal from a set play, I'm gonna lose it. It's just disaster class from him today. 4.6 rating today, like 3 goals in, just absolutely like disgusting performance from him. I mean, I guess the first one you can argue, okay, fair enough. He can't. It's like he goes down low. There's not much you can do. But the second two, I mean, first and foremost, maybe the third one, I'd say he probably should come out. The second one, like, in fairness, it's a good finish and whatnot, but he has to come out and do something. How many? And the thing is you compare that to his counterpart, 𝐻𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. Just again, another performance, another day where the keeper at the Parc des Princes, they just turn into prime Neuer, prime Buffon, prime Casillas, prime whoever you want. Insert best keeper here. Every single time. You got Alisson, now 𝙀𝙁𝑘𝐄. You've had plenty of other keepers. Every single time it's PSG at the Parc, they turn into, they get under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit and they just turn into different players. C'est énervant, franchement. And plus, it's Arsenal. The thing is also, obviously, the invincibility would have been a great omen to, you know, put down one of the most historic PSG seasons and that nobody's ever done it in French football. But then it's also just even for the fact that, okay, being able to finally go and, you know, shut these Arsenal fans up and all invincible this, invincible that, and say, we've got an invincible season of our own, and just like that against Nice of all teams. In fairness, I mean, I think they're 4th or 5th or something, so they're not a bad team by any means in the league. But against Nice, like, come on, man. And especially that you lost them last year as well. If we'd gone and lost, like, I don't know, at Strasbourg away from home, I'm still gutted. But okay, well, at Strasbourg, they're playing all right, your young squad, etc., so on and so forth. It's between a Champions League game. But then it's this game. You lost them already before at the Parc. The Parc already, you got to go and say it recently. The Parc is no longer some fortress. No. The Parc is just like, honestly, we probably play better playing away from home. Honestly, if you got to be serious here, we probably play better playing away from home. And with that, maybe that's why we need to leave the Parc. Maybe the Parc, you know, the old heads and this and the other, the old vibes, bad vibes. Maybe we need to leave it. Because it's, oh my gosh, man. Like, in fairness, I'm going and looking at the squad here. Wasn't a great performance, but I think 𝙬𝙬𝘖 today was a lot more quiet than normal. I thought he still had moments and bursts, and he had a bad miss where I think he slips. Should have done better. Yeah, there's one chance that he has. He slips before being able to get a contact with it and skies it. And at that point, I'm like, okay, we're down already by that point. Yeah, it's right before they scored. I'm thinking, okay, fine, we're getting chances. It's going to be fine. And this could be like a nice, cheeky little 2-3-0 game. And then they score. But then Fabian scores, 7 minutes later. I'm so thinking, okay, second half, we're going to be on it. And then they score again. And just not, like, we're creating chances. Like, I thought again, Dembele, I thought he was good today, even though he hasn't scored. And I think now it really is starting to be a while since he last scored. I think his last goal was back in March 16th in that Coupe de France game against Dunkirk, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a while now since he hasn't scored. Got an assist today, a really good one at that. I thought Fabian was good, although I think he's the culprit for the third goal. I don't think he's marking his man. I thought overall, though, I thought he was good. He was winning balls. He was doing well. And so I've been a pretty harsh critic of Fabian. But overall, bar that mistake on that goal, he was fine. Vitinha did his thing. He was on the ball. Lost a couple, but he's been better than his last couple of games. Everybody else was kind of I mean, maybe the center back pairing today is probably one of their worst showings over the course of the season. That first goal, I don't know why, like, our defense was split like the Red Sea. I mean, ultimately, of course, I'd have to go back and watch the goals again. But the two goals from crosses, especially that second goal, how is Sanson? How is he free like that? 25 seconds into kickoff, like. So you score, concede 5 minutes and fine. If you concede, 10 minutes, fine, but not 25 seconds and come on, lock in. Kvara today, I did his Kvara thing. It was fine. It was an okay performance from Kvara. Like, overall, it wasn't a terrible performance from PSG. Like, all things considered, it's just that, again, you look at the stats, 76% possession. I think there was a moment in that first half, the first 15 minutes, where it was 83% possession at some point. Ridiculous stuff. Overall, 2.78 XG, 32 shots, 13 shots on target, 9 big chances created. 𝙀𝙁𝘾 was just again. I've said it before. I mean, maybe it's just like it's bad vibes for PSG. It's good vibes for the opposing keeper. dropping a masterclass at the Parc des Princes against PSG. Goals prevented 2.11. So he himself prevented 2 goals. Which, okay, let's say we score those 2 goals, we still lose 3-2. So it's still on us. And you go, did they even have? Yeah, they don't even have an XG of 0.96. So like, I can't. I'm gonna be honest here. Is this game, is it concerning for the Arsenal game? I mean, some people might go and say, no, it's just a league game. I think so. It's been a couple games now where you go and think the form hasn't been great. There was not. 𝙀𝙊𝘿𝘾𝘼𝙎 wasn't a great performance as well. The game against, the second leg against Aston Villa, or realistically the second half of that game, wasn't great as well. So, I mean, it certainly shakes your confidence a bit. I will say that. I'm not going and saying that, oh, we're now going to go to the Emirates and get, smacked or anything. But it shakes your confidence up a bit. And I think, especially from this game, it just shows that, well, the worst thing is that this is like perfect food tape for Arsenal to go. Like, if I'm Arteta, I'm going and saying, I'm analyzing every single second of this game. Because this is how you go and you play PSG at the Parc. You sit back. You defend really well. Obviously, you hope that your keeper, is inspired. He gets the touch from God. And you score and you're clinical yourselves and you hit them with set plays. That's the biggest thing. I'm not like defending an open play. I think we're fine. It's just crosses and set plays. That's where we got us. And I don't know why we haven't focused on that. If it's been our biggest issue, like even last year, you go and you think the goal that we concede at Dortmund at home, that the 𝙀𝙊𝘶𝑗 goal, it's a corner. It's just constant. It's constant. Man, ça fait mal. Oh, man. Because obviously people were going and saying that, oh, PSG, the league's done. There's nothing much to play for, etc., so on and so forth, which, like, I mean, true. But there was still the going invincible. And so now you have here 1 loss. Man, it's dommage. And you didn't even beat, I think it's Nant's record, not won 32 games unbeaten. So you couldn't even beat that. It's unfortunate. I just hope that this is, I mean, I'd rather this be the game where you have your faux pas than obviously the game, the tie against Arsenal. But I'm going to be honest, yeah, I wanted to go invincible in the league. And because now really there's nothing really realistically to play for in the league. Regardless of what happens, I mean, you're not going to break any points totals. I mean, yeah, you could maybe go down with a single loss, which would, still be, pretty good. But yeah, there's what, 3 games left. Dommage. Because everybody was going and saying the game, the tricky game would have been the one away at Strasbourg. I'm not saying that, needs for food or anything, but I thought at least we get a draw against them, we continue on. I don't know. I'm not sure, man. I think now in the league, depending on how things go, potentially even Lucho just rest players for the game against Strasbourg. You put on the kids like we did against Le Havre. Because I mean, now what's the difference? You go and you lose a couple more games now. At least get the academy kids involved. Get them some first team minutes. There's not really much else to play for now in the league, and that's the annoying bit. But yeah, a lot of questions to be asked here. Yeah, confidence is shaken for sure. Not to the point where I'm going. I still think we can beat Arsenal. I think we have the weaponry to go and cause them a lot of damage. But you go and you see, I mean, on each side they sit back deep, they counter, and they're clinical in their moments where they need to be clinical. I want to see how many shots do they have. I think 3 shots on target, 3 goals. I think they only had before their third goal, they had 3 touches in PSG's box, and 2 of them were goals. So it just shows you how clinical they were. And whereas PSG, I mean, it's not, well, there were some missed chances, but also I just think 𝐻𝙁𝘶 was just insane again today. Just insane. Yeah. It's a downer. I don't want to get too hung up on this. Obviously, there's the Champions League game coming up. We have a couple days more now of rest. So we got Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We travel Monday. So 2 full days of rest before you travel then on Monday to go or to come to London for that first tie of the PSG Arsenal. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Sorry for the bad mood, but yeah, I wanted to go invincible this season. It was certainly maybe in like 5 games ago, I'm saying, oh, let's calm down, but it could have potentially been a historic season going invincible, still being on for the treble, which obviously you're still on for. I just really hope that this isn't I hope that this is just a blip in the season, a pretty big one at that, in fairness, but it's just a blip in that if this means that you lose this game but you go and you win the treble, I'll take it every single day. So yeah, that's how I'll go and see it. Thank you guys for watching the video. As always, it's been a pleasure as always. I recently came out with a podcast with 𝐍𝐈𝐿𝐿 talking about Barca and just on them and their recent form and their recent Champions League game against Dortmund, as well as their recent La Liga games and upcoming games against Real Madrid, and of course the big all-encompassing tie against Inter Milan. So I'll make sure to leave it in probably the description or at the end card of the video, so stay tuned for that. And also I've got a podcast episode coming out with Joanne that I record today, and so stay tuned for that. I will probably be hopefully trying to be releasing it Saturday or Sunday. I think I'm probably release it Saturday for members. So if you guys want to have like sort of early access to it, make sure you guys can become a member. Any tier will do, and you'll be able to get the episode out early. And then everybody else, I think, you're going to get it potentially on Sunday. Not sure if I'll do a premiere for it or how I'm going to do it, but that's how it's going to work. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching the video as I said previously, and remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.